Hey everybody, I'm Jess Abran, a musician, performer, and freelance entertainment host here in Montreal, and today we're going to explore the tradition and history of happy hour here in Montreal.
You work the 9 to 5, we're put down when it's all our life. Is it what I far? We're going through the back door. Looking into the fire.
Now, I like drinking as much as the next guy, but I think I was genetically programmed to like drinking as much as I do. And so with that, I'd like to say, thanks, Grandpa. But really, speaking of older folks and simpler times, it really makes me think of the show Cheers. You know, you walk into a bar, it's a place where you feel at home, and to some people it was their second home. It was a sense of community, a comfort zone, and a place to relax. And so what I'd like to do today is visit some of Montreal's older pubs, their ancient inns, to some of their newer clubs to see how Montreal has retained some of that old school tradition or how it's evolved to cater the ever-changing needs of our need to socially drink. And so with that, let's go check it out. Okay, so brief history of happy hour. Okay, I brushed up on my work here. Happy hour, as we know it today, is kind of a marketing scheme to get people through the door, you know, get everyone a little intoxicated, but without making too big of a dent on your wallet. But happy hour was originally coined in the early 1920s, after the First World War. It's an American Navy slang. Happy hour was essentially an hour of entertainment where sailors on a ship could either spend on boxing, fighting, wrestling, and other testosterone-filled activities, right? But it wasn't until the 1970s that the service industry adopted this term to the food and drink specials that we've all come to know and love. So how's that? Huh? History. Known to the locals as Winnie's, Sir Winston Churchill Pub isn't as old as you all might think. It was established in 1967, but you know what? I still give it the gold medal because it's the first pub to be up and running on the bar eccentric Crescent Street. So let's check it out. So I'm finally here at the notorious Winnie's with my friend here, Tasso, the day manager. Hi. So tell me about Winnie's. It's obviously a Montreal icon. What makes it so special?
Icon. It'll be 50 years next year.
That's crazy.
That's pretty icon.
So tell me about Sir Winston Churchill.
He was the Prime Minister of Britain. Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yes, now I'm educated. That's what I'm here for.
The reason why I say is because a lot of the youth today
do
not know.
Exactly. I'm here to educate the millennials. So tell me about happy hour.
Happy hour here is 7 days a week, actually. It's probably the only place that has it 7 days a week. It's from 4:30 to 8. What basically does happy hour mean between 4:30 to 8? You have all our rail drinks, which are normally the gins, the scotches, the vodka. They're basically 2 for 1. Then you have all your bottles of beer, including the imports. That's 2 for 1 also. And your house one, which is glasses, 2 for 1. We have a big buffet that people can go and take little sandwiches and small pizzas and sausages, and you have your popcorn too.
Oh, yeah,
so we offer quite a bit that makes people, hey, let's go there. We have little food too. So.
Which is exactly how happy hour used to be, right? I mean, these days you go to happy hour and you have to buy a bunch of food, and I feel like happy hour back in the day, it already came with this sort of tapas type of feel, like you had your
snacks. And
we've
kept it that way too.
That's awesome. I think that's really, really important. From the outside, this place looks super huge. So how many floors
There's 3
is
floors.
this? Okay,
There's
3 floors.
3 floors. You have your pub, which is the original Sir Winston Churchill Pub. And you have your Winnie's on the 2nd floor, which is more of a diner bar. And you have your 3rd floor called Carina, and that one is sort of a mini club, if you want to call it, and a reception hall with
Okay.
big groups there.
So you cater to everybody. So while we're on the point of alcohol, I'm curious to know what currently is your favorite drink, your go-to drink.
It's Johnny Walker Black with water.
Okay, do a lot of people get that around here?
I'm one of the few.
And the most important question, what does happy hour mean to you? And has
To
it
me?
changed? Yeah,
To me, it means being happy, finishing work,
definitely.
and going out and having a few cocktails, and then going home.
Awesome. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, see, as a musician, I love a place like this because no matter what the night is, the audience will be drunk enough to shout for an encore. So let's see if l'Auberge Saint-Gabriel is any different. Now we're going to l'Auberge Saint-Gabriel. Evidently, the place is allegedly haunted. So I'll ask my interviewee about that, see if they know anything about the history of this place, because it is one of the oldest inns in North America. So I'm excited. As far as bars go, this is the oldest one in North America. First established in 1754. Yeah, that's old. And legend has it, it's allegedly haunted. That's right, there's been reports of guests saying that they've seen a little girl roaming around. People have been reported being touched in their sleep. That's right, and things have been moved without anyone moving them. So that's kind of creepy. But then again, it's allegedly, but I believe in it. Hey guys, I'm here with my guest, Jean-Benoit. I want to know about the history of l'Auberge Saint-Gabriel. If you can provide me with some information. This place is ancient. I mean, I believe it's the first functioning inn in North America to get its alcohol license and to be serving alcohol.
Yes.
And this place is huge, so please elaborate on that for me.
So it was built in 1688. It was the first inn in North America, and also that is still up. So over the years, it was an inn with a restaurant. At some point, it was also like a store. It became a store, like a general store.
Wow.
And then it got the first alcohol license, but this of the whole Americas, in the early 18th century. Time, it was bought out by the owner of Hudson Bay Company.
Okay.
And then when he died, his widow was a big, like a party monster, and she was hosting like really cool parties here.
Okay, cool. And this place is super intricate. I've already been lost in here. Tell me about each room, because I mean, each room has a different layout. I know each room must cater to a different event.
Basically, with the restaurant, it's 6 different rooms, plus the terrace in the summer, so that's 7, including also the club downstairs.
Okay.
So if we start from downstairs, there's the Velvet, so it's a tiny, like, speakeasy club that gathers to mostly people in their 20s.
Okay.
Club kids. And then at the restaurant, so the restaurant is open 5 days and 5 nights a week, except for extra events. And then the rooms, they have different sizes. So it goes from anything to business meetings, anniversary, a lot of weddings, like over 200 a year.
200 weddings a year?
Yeah.
I imagine that waiting list is quite large.
Years, yeah.
really want you to tell me more about the kind of wines that you guys serve.
So we have obviously wines from everywhere, but a big selection, if not like probably the biggest in Montreal, of Quebec and Canadian wines.
Do you have like wine tastings here?
Yeah, we do a lot of wine events. Well, amongst
And it's not private to your staff?
Well, we do have private trainings to the staff, but we host a lot of wine events. So winemakers coming, like winemaker dinners for winemakers coming to Quebec.
Hey guys, I'm here with the wonderful, young and dapper Bastien here at l'Auberge Saint-Gabriel. What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good, man, thanks. So tell me, what is it about l'Auberge that makes it so special?
Well, first thing first, it's one of the oldest places in North America. Just incredible. You feel like it's very welcoming, it's warm. Everybody feel a little bit like at home, you know, in the Auberge. So I think this is why people like it. That's why I like it.
I definitely got a warm vibe coming in here. You can definitely feel the history for sure. But I want to know more about you, about your little sweet corner of paradise over here. What attracted you to the l'Auberge? What made this place so sexy to you?
What I like about this place is you can come and looking at the cocktail list and be like, I'm not feeling really inspired by that. So I will come and say, okay, so what is your favorite alcohol? You'll come at me, ginger ale, I would say Jameson. You go like this. So first we're gonna have shot of Jameson, and then after that, we're gonna go get something with Jameson. Could be a bourbon lemonade or something like that. Always fresh, you know, fresh herbs. We can use everything, even lavender if you want to.
Oh my God, so you're like a cocktail matchmaker, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Now that we're on the topic of drinking, tell me what we have here. What are you gonna make for me?
First thing first, we're gonna put 2 ounces of vodka. Here we go. 2 complete lime. I roll it like this, so
Yeah.
I make sure that all the juice are coming from the...
So that really helps make it juicier.
Exactly. So now you add the ice. Give a kiss. Good. And a little bit. And here you go.
Oh my God.
This is the basil.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Look at this. This is really amazing. Okay, Bastien, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You're awesome. I'm gonna go see
problem.
what Sherry's Corner is all about.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Have fun.
And finally, I'm here with the lovely and the legendary Sherry, barmaid here at l'Auberge. Hello, Sherry.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm really excited to speak to you. I've been here for a few hours and already you're something of a legend around here. So I'm quite excited to hear your story. Now, I'd love to know, in your opinion, what makes l'Auberge so special?
So special, I'd say, when you walk into this building, first of all, the enormity of it, the historical fact that, you know, it's 1754. And I find that when I have Americans that come here and they asked me, oh, you know, what year is the building? And I tell them 1754. And I tell them it's older than the United States of America. Right away, they're in awe. And also when you see then the decor and the love and the creativity that's gone into this building, and you see that it's all representing Quebec in this entire lobby. You have the whale spine from Tadoussac. You have the Oracle turntable lights here above my bar from Sherbrooke. You have the maple tree tables. This moose, the double-headed moose here, or I should say the headless moose, which also represents hunting. And everybody that walks in finds it very eclectic. And I think the mix of the modern and the old is very appealing, and also goes with the old Montreal
I think so too, and
vibe,
it's quite...
the vibe.
I want to know more about you. What got you here? What was so enticing about this place that brought you here? I want to know about your history.
So I had met Marc Beaulais I actually knew that this bar existed here, but it was not in operation. It was only used for weddings, banquets. So they would use this room, but this would be the cocktail area for weddings. So I actually proposed to him that I could come here, open up the bar for happy hour, bring my clients, maybe bring in some new blood as well, people from the hotel, have an English-speaking bartender that can speak to the Americans, know the history of the whole area, be able to give them advice on restaurants. And I said, you know, I'll start. I'll punch in, I'll punch out, and hopefully I can bring, you know, you a many, many, many more customers.
I'd like to know, what are your fan favorites, what are your specialty drinks, and what you'd like to maybe whip up for us.
The martini, the classic martini, is always going to be around. So why don't I whip you up a Belvedere martini
please. Thank
with
you.
a couple of olives? We'll make two, shall we?
Yes, please, shall we?
So one for you and one for Sherry.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers, santé, and yaki dar in Welsh.
I'd like to know, in your opinion, what happy hour means to you.
After work, you don't want to go straight home. You want to chill. You want to go to a bar. You want to meet a few friends. You want to go over your day. And nothing better is to sit in a bar, have a little drink, and go over everything and catch up. People walk in here and they say to me, what's your happy hour? I say it's happy hour all the time. You finished work, especially Fridays as well. But in Montreal, I've also noticed that the biggest day for happy hour, the biggest tradition, has always been Thursday. Yeah.
All right, and so Sherry, with that,
here
thank
we
you
go.
so much for bringing me into your little nook. your
Cheers,
little
and I hope
paradise.
you will be back.
Oh God, I will for sure. Right, audience? Thank you. Okay, so let's go to the extreme opposite here. We've visited some really ancient bars and inns in Montreal, some of them even historic icons. And so let's go to the extreme opposite. We're gonna go visit a place that just opened up. It's brand new, it's in its first year. Mom and Dad, this is how millennials drink, okay? This is how we drink. I can hear my grandpa swearing to me from his grave. But that's quite all right, because we're on our way to Brossard, South Shore, to visit my friends at Champagne AC. And this had better be good, because I never go to the South Shore. All right, guys, so I'm finally here at Champagne AC with my buddies and co-owners of the place, Shabir and Francis.
Hello.
What's up, guys? So I want to know, why Champagne AC? Where did this come from, and why in Brossard?
Our idea was to create a place in the South Shore that celebrates, that was all about celebration. And when you think about champagne, when do we really consume champagne? It's when you're celebrating. At the same time, we also consume champagne when, we're sad, we are angry about something. So we want to drink, or at least want to have champagne, no matter what the occasion is. So we thought that, okay, champagne would be a good product to bring to our consumers. And when you're in the South Shore, not a lot of people want to really go downtown, look for parking. We're in Quartier Discount. We have a lot of free parkings available. We have a beautiful terrace. People love to come after work, have a good time, have a few glasses of champagne, and try out all the food that we have available.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing.
Yeah.
When you approached me with the idea, I thought it was a great concept. It's very unique, especially to the Brossard South Shore area. So when that came up, I was like, yeah, I like this idea. I got to jump on this.
So speaking about 5 à 7 and champagne, you guys have taken a thing that is very luxurious and made it acceptable to kind of the general population. So what's been the response with that?
So far it has been great. we have several different types of champagne and sparkling wines, not just champagne, available by the glass. So you don't have to absolutely buy a bottle of champagne in order to enjoy champagne. Just that concept itself, people are really, really loving it.
The competition's huge, especially with a place like this. Clubs are the next best thing to a hole-in-the-wall bar, you know? And Saint-Gabriel has evolved a lot to cater to our generation's ever-changing need about socially drinking. And so what do you guys do to compete with all the other places that are doing equally as great Saint-Gabriels? How do you guys stand out and be on top?
So in our case, it's basically a one-stop shop where after work, you come here for a few drinks, 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Sometimes it extends a little bit. Then we have a great food menu. You try out our food, keep on eating. And since we have live DJ, we have several house cocktails. And every now and then we have special things that are going on, special events. So it's a one-stop shop. Drink, dine, drink, dance. Yeah, that's how it has evolved over here, I'd say.
That sounds like a good
It's true. It's a great overall experience.
Yeah. So we don't just carry champagne. We have a great selection of whiskeys. We have a great selection of house cocktails, tequila, rum, and everything. Not to forget wine for this guy.
Of course.
Me too, I love my white wines. What I think sets you guys apart from different lounges or clubs or bars is that you guys do something a little special that I think we're going to test out in a second. So tell me a little bit more about that. And I want to know if there's ever been any accidents, because I'm kind of fearful for my life and my crew's life.
So what we do over here is called sabering. Sabering is a concept that started during the Napoleon times that his soldiers would do. Basically, you take the champagne bottle.
God, it sounded like a horrible sex act for a second.
It's complicated.
So they'll take the bottle and just saber it.
All right, guys, so I'm here at the sabering station with my main man, Kevin. Kevin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jess.
All right, so as I understand it here, you're going to safely instruct me how to dislodge this cork from this bottle with a sword.
Yes.
All right, so explain it to me.
The most important part is to properly chill your bottle. And
Yes.
if we don't do that, we have a big explosion.
Okay.
And we don't want that.
No, we do not.
So let's take the bottle. So basically, we'll dry off the bottle.
Yeah.
We'll unwrap it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now there's the cage that we have
Yes.
to untie,
Okay, so you
lift,
Okay.
and retighten it.
the pull tube.
Don't worry, we'll fix it up now.
And he's putting it back on.
All right. So then you have to look for the seam of the bottle,
Okay.
which is right here.
Yeah, I
As
see
you
it.
can see, you grab the sword.
Okay, I'm a lefty, so here we go. Oh.
I haven't tried it myself, honestly.
haven't tried it
And
since you've
I
been
know
here?
he has, no?
No, I haven't
There's
had a chance to. I
specific
know
ways to
Kevin,
do it. So I
the other
guess
one.
you could actually give it a try for us.
Has
you
there
know?
been any
Like-
accidents?
No, so
No,
far
of course
zero
not.
accidents. It's super safe.
You guys own
And
the place and you haven't sabered
I'm
the
scared.
champagne?
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
So
Yes.
basically, you're gonna take the sword,
Yeah.
and you're gonna follow the silhouette of the bottle,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
And you follow through, and you dislodge this part of the bottle.
Like this.
Yes.
Yes. Do I get to drink this? Okay, guys, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks so much for having me. I had a blast. This was a great way to end my first episode. And audience, you can find me on FIBE, TV1, YouTube, and Facebook, so keep a lookout for us and this. So cheers.
Stop.